playing connected. Team chemistry so much better than early in the year. And right now, it's all UNCW's defense, a big story. He's changed. Camden thinking a deep three. Hits it over high. Second time in a championship game for Newby, trying for his first title here tonight. Third time 4 years UNCW in this championship game. Camden. This time high for rebound. Delaware trying for its first lead since it was 5-4, but it's turned over in the hands of Lane. Kick it. Camden for three. Hits it!
Pasha to drive the ball, try to finish. Somebody helps him. Dump it.
Pasha. Over a minute left regulation. Playing for a title tonight. Playing for the tournament tonight. Into the corner. Camden needs it. Camden get going. Out of the basket. The left. The two. The foul.
Pasha, I thought, had an excellent first half, controlling the tempo, for Delaware.
6 points, couple assists. Here's Camden. The set for three. Big play for Tark. Towson needs this. Tark to the basket. Too strong. And the miss in transition. Lane has 12 points and 6 rebounds. Camden deep for three.
Delaware, just run your stuff, take your time, keep being aggressive.
They've been confident from the jump here.
Yep. Now get a deflection, get a steal.
For Lane. Challenges Jones, 4 to shoot.
Going up.
Camden, baseline, over May, contested, tough shot, John Camden.
Line change for William and Mary. 4 new bodies into the game, anchored by Gabe's brother Caleb. Camden buries a triple.
In the opening moments, even if he's not scoring, he's doing lots of good things, filling the stat sheet.
Replaced by the true freshman, Macon Emery. Here's Timko trying to drive. Dorsey got a piece, but Emery ends up with it. Camden left open, wants to attack, and goes all the way.
He just, because of the ball movement.
And Delaware continuing to struggle stopping the ball, but the iron just unkind to pulling him. Third time he's had one roll out. Camden stops and pops, connects.
You have to. This is what we're talking about, the unselfish play, the team basketball, the high percentage looks.
Camden's behind the defense, wide open in the corner, hits another. Well, Delaware a chance to get the lead back. Just over 6 minutes remaining first half. Timko going to work on Boothby. Camden fires. Wow! Riley's behind the defense. Stops and misses the three, but it's right back to him. Timko thought about it, and they're going to set it up.
Camden desperately wanted it. They missed him in the corner. They haven't missed him too much, but they missed him right there.
Yeah, it was funny. He wanted it. The Delaware bench wanted to run something. Pasha listens to his coaches. Camden gets his three and gives.
Minutes and 24 seconds. They were 0 of their last 9.
After they scored 49 in the first 20 minutes. You got to give the Delaware defense credit. They made the adjustment, although it's as much William and Mary unable to convert near the rim.
I think that's right. They're getting the looks they want. They just haven't finished them.
Ryan Earl has to feel like if he can keep getting the ball inside like that, eventually things will start to fall. Camden gonna hoist and hit.
Saved in this game, but I know very impressed with their son's performance.
Susan and Tex, they look a little anxious as Delaware having to deal with this pressure again. The families have it toughest in March as Riley the long strides. William and Mary was looking for a walk call.
And I think the key here for Delaware, they want another good offensive possession, trying to keep stretching this lead out, taking advantage while William and Mary has been pretty cold in this second half.
Tribe lost track of Camden and he makes them pay. Brings William and Mary back within 6 as he comes wide open.
And that is an uncontested look. He's not going to miss that one, and it's a good sign for William and Mary because they have been struggling. They are 4 of 15 from the field in the second half. Some of that's the defense, some of that's them missing shots that they should be making.
See if Wayne and Mary can get out on the shooters. They try to, so Camden goes to the
contest. Yes, they make a few mistakes with it. They're still learning it, but it causes lots of headaches for opponents, and we've seen how effective it can be at times against Delaware.
They're running at Delaware players in waves, but it leads to Camden in the double bonus. Camden behind the defense, sticking with it. And the foul. Delaware and Campbell underway. Blue Hens start with a basketball, and right to work on the spin goes Camden. He gets the takeaway. First of the game from Campbell. Camden got his own miss on the other side of the rim.
Diversify your offense. You can't just be known for one thing. It makes you one-dimensional. It makes you hard to defend. And that's one thing coaches have talked with us about all week, is these players who work so hard in the offseason to develop and become three-range shooters.
Tied again. 6.5 to go. Opening half. Second round of the Jersey Mike NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Camden to the rim.
Every now, he's the leading scorer right now for Campbell, shooting the ball very efficiently.
Wave it off. Foul came on the floor first against Cook.
Take another look here. This is that.
The bounce and hit the teardrop.
He is so dynamic, driving in the lane, realizing people are defending him closely. Sometimes he can get that quick first step and get past his defender.
Third-team All-CAA selection, first year with the Seawolves. Camden, the first year.
And if they are going to get that from Leon Nahar, that is a big bucket from number 33 in red. The sophomore tying things up, 16 all.
That was awkward from Lane. Did a good job to hold the pin and avoid the travel. Meanwhile, Middleton kind of bobbling it through the lane. And down to 10 to shoot for Delaware. Camden sees the clock, tries to create. What a finish.
Just an aggressive Stony Brook can do. And I think Ben White is a big piece of this puzzle. They were looking for him earlier, trying to get him some easy twos, some good looks. If they can really get him going, it takes a little pressure off of Snowdy and Luster.
Camden feeling it early. With the clock stopped here down the stretch for the Seawolves.
Which could be huge, as once again they find themselves trying to dig out of this deficit. As you said, they've cooled down just a little bit.
Camden, what a drive down the lane.
Pulls the ball down and then right up with the shot.
5-0, all 5 for Obioha. Almost 2 minutes in. Lane at the elbow, kicks it out to Camden. 3 is good. 44 first half. They stay in the zone. Right corner 3 is short for more, and a rebound for Camden. Hands it off now to Trent Middleton Jr. into the game for the first time. Driving is Pasha in the paint, drops it off to Riley at the free throw line. Now to Middleton. Right wing, backs it away out front to Camden. Camden on the drive, past the defense, layup off the glass with the left hand. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Pasha left wing. Drops it off to Lane. 5 of the shot clock. Lane drives, spins. Lowers the shoulder, offensive foul. Really lower the shoulder, the head knocks over Newby. An offensive foul on Niles Lane, and that is his first. As we look at the replay from the baseline coming right at you.
Look for number 5 to look for the ball right now.
Only 2 minutes because of early fouls that he picked up. So Ross, Hodge, Montgomery, Newby, and McGriff.
A lot of energy stored up in that first half, sitting on the bench.
Energy there from Newby. A long 3 against the zone. His first 3 of the game. He's got 7 points now in this contest. 55-37. So for Hodge, his second, team's first.
They'll look at it for him. Newby with the shot. And then I immediately looked look over his dad, and his dad's going back playing defense.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Ante has to be ready for. You know he's going to be doubled a lot. Great drop by Djokovic. Just get behind the defense of that double team. Easy pass and dunk.
Pasha working around. Three-pointer from the top of the key from Camden is good. We talked about
The type of style that he represents is perfect for the school. So, you know, sometimes things that get a little shaky up in basketball. Kelsey's doing a great job up there at Louisville. You replaced him with somebody here.
There's Martin Inglesby, the head coach. He's got 7 as he makes the first. Berzovic will check in as well as Jones. Also Tavares as Djokovic.
By the insurance company. Don't go it alone. Hit the brakes and call us first.
Hit the brakes.
We'll take care of everything, so you don't have to.
Get your St. Law firm on the line. Call now.
Pasha in and out dribble, then step throughs with the scoop layup is good. Pasha now with 10 points on the night. The lead for Charleston is down to 6, 56-50 with 11:15 left. 10-point lead for the Cougars, 1:35 left to play. It's Timko over to Camden. Camden guarded by Djokovic. He'll go left, spinning, turn and pass out to his teammate for 3. It rattles out, no good. Djokovic with a rebound as Emery not able to connect. High as he has 17 points right now. Delaware will head to Wilmington tonight. They'll finish their regular season at UNCW Saturday. Meanwhile, Charleston will wait.
Every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us kind of place. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
They came away from Camden. Middleton wanted to pass it to him, but just couldn't get an angle. Now ball's up for grab. Camden comes away with the steal after UNCW did the same. Pull-up jumper, 3 on the way. Camden's first make. And Emery sandwiching the 7-footer. And they get a stop to begin.
Well, that time we did have a little backside help, and that created the bad shot by Obioha. He had 10 points at halftime. That's almost 2 points more than his season average.
Camden comes out firing in the second half. And
his anxiety towards not his team, but the officials there, he thought that Obioha had gotten wrapped around on that pass as they were trying to enter the ball again. Making a concerted effort to go to the big man down low.
Allen in the corner. Delaware needs a bucket. Turn the ball over. They have not been scored. Camden driving on 2. Hanging. What a tough make for baseline out to Newby. And a bucket is good from distance. Never save the basketball under your opponent's hoop. That's what Kagbara did, and he got an assist to the wrong team.
Certainly to no one. And that's when they're going to shoot it immediately after a offensive rebound play like that.
If they're looking to attack early and often on the interior, whether it's been a forward or a guard there like Madison Durr, been clearly showing we want to work it inside on this Delaware team and make them stop us.
Normally you see Monmouth with 6 points. You figure it's 2 threes as John Camden.
With the scoring uptick, we've seen his rebounds per game has doubled from last year. His assists per game have doubled from last year. He's really upped his game, yes, in scoring, and obviously that's going to be the big headline, but in so many other ways also.
What a move.
I think you like that look if you're Monmouth, and you're right with Valencia taking that one.
Camden, one dribble, pull up. Is good. John Camden for 3. Durr, strong left-hand dribble into the lane. Camden the rebound. To Middleton. Riley was calling for it. Good defense and closeout by Collins. Emery, nice little pocket pass to Camden. Turnaround shot is good for John Camden. 3rd inbound, down 8. Camden, catch and shoot 3, way downtown for John Camden. Creep forward with 8:48 counting to go. Middleton into the lane. Camden, step back, is good. John Camden makes
breathe, my man, breathe. It's amazing how much that makes a difference. Camden decides to just take a heat. Cove fades. Misses. Timko with a rebound.
Tough shot. I like to see Kobe McGee use that big frame to keep going in one direction often.
A lot of post-ups was kind of going to be the scouting report today. Here they call the double team and they turn it over. Chance to take the early lead. Pasha, the 3-time Rookie of the Week. Camden, a 1-time Player of the Week. And that is true. The forces the air ball. Here's German again. Line drive shot, rebounded by UD as they're down by 4. Ryder on a 6-0 run. Camden, Plotnikov's right there. Contested shot, but he puts it off the window.
That's a very nice step back.
And when Hofstra was early on in non-conference play, they started 8-3. It was because number 5, Cruz Davis, was playing really good basketball, and he is such a huge part of what they do.
Camden, Camden is. 8-point game. Both teams have garnered leads in it. Hofstra shooting very well from the floor today, 56%. Kevin Riley having another great year for UD. Camden, the transfer against Gadsden. The spin around from the elbow, and that is pure. Man,
if he keeps doing what he's doing, I feel like Hofstra has a good chance of staying up this second half.
Yeah, in those first halves against Towson and Drexel, Cruz Davis was not playing like this, so a big difference, and you got to play 20 more minutes of good basketball, high-intensity basketball.
I know I keep bringing it up, but I'm just the messenger. That's all. Pasha to Camden. Contested three, and he sinks it.
Last season that Niles really established himself as one of the top defensive players in the league as Hens gets some defense, but now he's scoring the ball as well.
Well, Niles is really capable in the open court. He can be posted up. He's got a good mid-range game, and he's working very hard before the game with his three-point shooting and confronting their attack with all 5 players.
Snowdy again from 3, this time missing from the corner. And that's what Delaware needs, some team rebounding. You see Kevin Riley from the guard position getting the board there, and John Camden played a pretty clean game in the loss on Saturday in that category. Transition 3. And back to Delaware it goes.
And another way that Delaware can help their rebounding out, beside being physical and just being relentless in the attack, is maybe at times playing a little bit bigger inside with Gabe Moss with his physicality.
Lane's got 7, and now Kevin Riley knocks it through, saves another hoop. Emery is there. What a play by Kevin Riley. Now Camden trying to finish it from downtown. Does
inside without fouling and making it at least as difficult as he can for Delaware to score at the rim.
Only a 2-point lead for Delaware. They led 47-39. And now Camden back out, and he's amongst some of the greats in Ohio as Kevin Riley gets another steal. Camden on the run. Camden finishes with himself And gets it sent back. Octave, a ball fake, lines up with three, off the mark. Camden's ahead of the pack on the run out from Riley. John Camden in transition.
In the passing lane, we've defended well, and then, of course, as always, we've been sharing the ball and getting down the lane like John Camden here is.
What a block.
Xavier Long with his 14th block of the year. And here he still an 11-point edge for the Pirates.
Pirates run the flex offense right here.
A little lob underneath. Already has 4 points. Pasha guarded by Beal. Excellent defense by Beal. Emery looking for long range. Can't find 70% for the game. Lead it by 15. Matches the largest lead of the game for Hampton. Emery guarded well by Mullen. Through the lane, off the window, doesn't get the friendly roll. And that was Pasha. Coming off a double-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds in 32 minutes at A&T, but he missed one there. This game, when you talk about Delaware heading into this game, 2 straight games shooting over 50%, one of the best shooting teams in the league. Hampton seemingly struggling, a number of players out with the flu, including 2 of their top players. Their starting point guard, Eddie and Struthers, out with...
Not making any excuses because we don't operate in excuses. My team has had the flu for a whole week. Trevor had the flu last game, just gutted it out. All those guys had the flu. Unique, they couldn't make the play today. No.
So here's Pasha. The Blue Hens on the season, averaging 78.3 points per game. Camden in the paint, throws it up and gets the bounce. Fire. That one won't fall. Lane, reverse layup, good. And a timeout taken by Monte Ross.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up.
20 more to get to 2,000, and the Aggies want to put the clamps on him so he can't get there today.
A 2-time Conference Player of the Year at D2. Riley. That one rejected. Here's Forrest.
Spencer, and look at free throws and layups.
That's his 5th. Round of applause for number 7, Landon Glasper. And for Glasper, number 4, Bryson Ogletree.
So Glasper done for the night.
Dribbles out of it.
Smith, second effort. He never gave up on the play.
Well, he's just a hard guy to guard because of this little high-low action. Nice job by Prey sealing this man and catching and finishing.
Major off the steal that Ari Richmond.
Again, St. John scoring off their defense. The deflection leads to a steal. Richmond.
Again, spent his whole career at Notre Dame. And then worked for Mike Brey as well. And playing in the Big East, being a guy that's familiar with this league. His dad played at Villanova, had a tremendous college career.
Ejiofor is so hard to guard when he's setting the screen, whether rolling or popping. Most of his damage has been in the paint as a roller. Great catch and great finish.
That's Delaware basketball. Pasha.
Coach Pitino's starting to become more and more comfortable with 8 or 9 guys as opposed to just 5 or 6.
He's played 11 in this game. 4-3.
They struggled as well. So I think this is something that you can point to as they continue to improve.
Really push up on defense and do not let the Blue Hens dictate tempo. And that rebounding margin is going to be huge this evening, particularly on the offensive rebounding side of the basketball.
We've seen a little serve and volley from both teams. A couple times so far in the early goings.
It's a fun Friday. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, Camden goes around Dixon, left hand off the window and good.
He is athletic.
I actually think they did a better job on passes as the game went along. He got off to a wicked start for Delaware. Drive for Camden, and he's going to...
They get it up the court. It's going to be a pull-up jumper for Watson from the baseline. No good. Pasha with another rebound. He's been phenomenal rebounding the basketball here lately. Hands off to Camden, open three, and he's got it, in Delaware on the board. That hip injury, spinning inside, the floater, no good off the hands of Watson. Rebound battle for, pulled away by Camden, and now Niles Lane checking into the game here for the Hens. He gets it to Camden, extra pass into the corner. Over to Middleton, who's in for the first game as well, alongside Niles Lane. Bounce pass to the high post to Camden. Back up top to Timko, 15 to shoot for the Hens. Timko around the Camden screen. Camden, top of the key, pick and pop three, and he rattles that one home.
Sometimes as a player, you've just got to go in low and try to grab the basketball before he takes it up for that putback shot. So Delaware's got to do a better job, maybe get a couple blockout fouls. That would tell you that they're really trying to dig in and be physical.
Camden got lost underneath. No one around for Del State. They feed it to the baseline to Newton, who has a cutting Andrews. Shot no good. It was actually Watson. He missed it. Now Delaware comes out of the pile. 2-on-1. Camden in transition. A little Euro step off
on that, and Smith did a great job there of kind of turning the corner, creating a better angle of the basket and scoring there. So Delaware either might change that coverage, or the man getting through has got to do a better job and be quicker to cut off that angle by Smith to the basket.
Knocks down the free throw, completes the three-point play. Corner three for John Camden, and he knocks it.
Spot up, three-pointer on the wing.
Alvarez drive, batted away by Emery. Gets it back, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Delaware, and Lane quickly the other way to the hole. Layup good by Camden, and it's H. Delaware ball after the timeout. Camden, 3, got it. So Camden left, and that's what the Bronx need. They need more penetration, more guards to go to the basket. Camden, spin move around Weeks for an easy 2.
Half right now is kind of figuring out, how do you get some of these players who are performing off the bench, get them more minutes, especially if you're struggling to score the ball in other ways.
Flash Burton back in the game. The Bronx fortunate that there's an easy dunk for Camden.
Yeah, good job by Weeks to penetrate, create some space for Alvarez.
Camden, a 3 from the corner. No good, but it's punched out by Delaware. Man, the Bronx needed that rebound.
Yeah, Delaware can count. They can run another 20 seconds off the clock here.
Because it was a quick shot by Camden, really not one that he should have taken. Camden on the drive, good and foul.
And here is the way they will start. Pasha back in the starting lineup. Kevin Riley, a terrific shooter. Teron Allen, the Wagner transfer. Eric Timkline. How about the shifty moves of Bez Mbang? His first 2 points for Yale.
As Coach Jones says, he is one of the best, if not the best defender he has coached. And that's high praise because he's coached a lot of good players.
Cam baseline sizing up his defender and knocking down the shot.
Listen, he's an elite scorer. Again, for those not familiar with his game, this guy is one of the better scorers in college basketball. NBA scouts are on him. Again, was at Jason Tatum's elite skills camp. Handful of players that was invited to that, and he's a guy that's going to play at the next level when he leaves. They do a lot of screening, a lot of ball movement and player movement, just unable to finish right there, but can't ask for a better look if you're Coach Jones.
Cogbero just got the rebound, crosses over, finds Camden, got it.
One of the better defenders in college basketball, not just in the Ivies.
Well, he told you he patterns his defensive game after Drew Holiday.
And I love that. Immediately, I asked him, I said, hey, who do you, if there's an NBA guy you try to pattern your game after, and he did not hesitate. And that's a great person to model your game after.
And there was the defense right there. He did not go for the fake by Riley, perfectly anticipated where.
But Emery, I tell you, he's been tough right here on the glass. He's done a nice job providing a post presence.
Camden beats the buzzer.
To attack the paint. The problem, though, has been getting stops, in particular closing out on three-point shooters on this end of the floor.
And what do you do defensively when Delaware has this many?
And the way that Delaware has spaced the floor and the way they're shooting it, just don't want to overhelp.
Camden again, this time right around Townsend, easy for 2. And has been getting it done, scoring the basketball. That is his 8th rebound. Oh, excuse me, make it 9. Make it 9. That's 30.
Alia drills a 3 on the other end. It's 25-24. Vermont back up top.
Yeah, Alia has got such a pro-level game. He can post you up, knock down a fadeaway jumper, put the ball on the deck, and as you see, he can knock down a 3.
Shooting it at a 42% clip on the year. Trent Middleton Jr. with the kick to Camden. Money. John, the exciting freshman, was able to tie the game up.
Coach Becker has to be excited about him just coming in with confidence already as a freshman. And you see, this is a very unselfish team. They're getting the ball to whoever the open man is, and right now it's Bogues' time, but because of Bogues being such an offensive threat, there's openings for players like Hurley and Long now.
Camden trying to back down. TJ Long, he scores. Second one is in from Hurley. 5-point lead, 73-68. Pasha, the drop for Camden. He'll fire up a 3. That is good with 6.2 left.
That was a strong move to the basket by Wallace. Lucky for Iona, he was able to finish. They've missed a few open bunnies before, but this case, Wallace took a good shot.
JoJo Wallace, the freshman from Milford, Connecticut. He's the son of former Syracuse standout and Knicks draft pick John Wallace. He's got the Gales within 4. Camden just scored for Delaware as he splits the pair. Started 53 of 64 games, averaged over 6 points and 4 rebounds per game. Quiet night tonight for Rupert, but he's going to be a big-time player this season for Anderson.